Hi guys, another unboxing video here from Scapegoat Stephen. This is for another mercenary unit this time. You may be sensing a theme at the moment. These are the Steelhead Halberdiers Mercenary unit. The Steelheads in the fluff are a mercenary army with different charters in different cities. This basically means you can have Steelheads fighting Steelheads, but they are like the premier mercenary company of the Iron Kingdoms. As you can see, there's quite a lot of bits in here. So we've got sort of bodies and legs, arms and halberds somewhere. Yep. Yeah, if they don't have reach, I'll be surprised. I think you've got like backpacks or something. Oh no, that's more torsos. So there must be just legs somewhere in there. And there are heads lying around in the bottom of that as well. So that's the bits and pieces. It's going to be an interesting unit to put together again. So what we'll do is we'll get straight onto the card. So speed 6, mat 5, defense 13, armor 13, combined melee attack, power strength 11, reach. Not a lot to write home about, but they are 4 points for 6 or 6 points for 10. Dirt cheap, nice little unit, good for blocking, good for charging, getting in the way. A couple of extra abilities, work for Crick, Signar, Arcade or Protectorate, +2 to charge attack rolls, so they'll actually be mat 7 with CMA, and set defense. So when a model in this model's front arc charges them, they get -2 to hit, which includes slam attack, power attacks and impact attack rolls. So that ups to them defense 15. Quite nice. Again, they're lowish on the armour, but I don't think that's so much of an issue because of how cheap they are, just points wise. I can see them making a lot of mercenary lists for me, just as that cheap sort of tar pit blocking sort of unit. They won't last long, but they're not meant to. They're cheap. Have I mentioned yet that they're cheap? Generally in Warmachine hordes, a 4/6 blocking unit, as I call it, is generally there to get in the way, cause issues for your opponent, make your opponent expend resources to kill them, like much more resources point wise than you've spent putting into them. Especially if you stick like Rupert on them, you can give them Pathfinder or Tough, just to make them that extra bit annoying. You can put Alexia behind them to gather up their corpses when they die, so she ends up with a massive unit of Risen. I've seen a lot of units a lot of armies, where you actually run 2 units of these guys, because they're so cheap. 12 points for this being the in one of the previous videos where I discussed the Nis Hunters. I could see why these guys would get fielded instead of the Nis Hunters, because you can have 16 of these guys instead of 10 Nis Hunters. Yes, the Nis Hunters will probably kill more of your opponent, but these guys will get in the way. You know, potentially locking out zones. You know, run turn 1, charge turn 2. That sort of thing. It'd be interesting if they ever get some sort of UA. There is a solo that does stuff for Steelheads, which I'll talk about in a future video. But it'd be interesting if they gained themselves a UA at some point. I can't see it being outside the realms of possibility, purely because the design space is there, because they don't have one at the moment. So I guess that's a we'll wait and see. I like them. I like the look of the models. I'm going to look forward to assembling them and painting them and getting them into an army. So that's another unboxing video from me, Scapegoat Stephen, and I'll see you soon.